Good morning. If you have the Teaching Little Fingers, or I'm sorry, not the Teaching Little Fingers, Music for Little Mozart's book, the green and white book, we're going to play page 35 today. If you don't have the book, then I have emailed your parents the music so you can see it. And parents, you'll see right here in the yellow box that that's part of a story. Every time we learn a new song, there's a new part of the journey or the story for Beethoven, Bear, and Mozart Mouse. So you can read that to your kids. And it's a great idea if you have this book to start at the beginning of the book and play your old songs so you remember how to play the notes and you don't forget them. I know that because we had spring break and now we're out of school, some people might be a little bit rusty. And every time we meet at class, I always tell the kids to warm up, and they do their warm-up kind of like stretches if you were exercising. You do your warm-ups and you play all the songs you already know, okay? So anyway, this is a new part of the song, or new part of the story. Then when you look over here, you have a picture of a hand. So I always have the kids hold up the hand, okay? So look at the picture, kids, and what hand is that? It says LH, and which hand does it match? It matches your left hand. So raise your left hand in the air. And also sometimes I quiz them on left hand and right hand to make sure they know. But the picture is so they can hold their hand up to the book like this and make sure that it matches. Then right next to the hand, you have a keyboard, a picture of a keyboard, and you have two notes that are colored in, C's and A's. That means these are the two notes you're going to use when you play this song. And parents, if you don't know how to play piano, it's fine, because we have a picture right here. And the kids, the first thing we learned when we started lessons this fall was that there are groups, the piano and the keyboard has groups of black keys, 2 black keys. And then if you look, there's also groups of 3 black keys. And we found all the groups of 2s and all the groups of 3s. And then we did songs by rote and learned some of those songs, which I'll just post those again for fun. The kids, we learned them at the beginning of the school year. So the way to find a C, 2 black keys in the middle of your piano or the middle of your keyboard. If you have a real piano, there's a word on the piano, and the 2 black keys below that word or in the middle of a keyboard are what you're looking for. Take your left hand and you put your thumb on the C. So 2 black keys and C's on the bottom, just like the picture in the book. Now, some of us at the beginning of the school year, they were playing with 1 finger, okay? Because we had trouble moving our fingers independently. We are really trying not to do that anymore at this point. Everyone should be able to move their fingers independently. It was still a struggle for a few people, but we're going to really keep trying. And I know that since we have this time at home now, that and if your ones are younger, yes, you probably will have to sit with them at least the first couple times to watch the videos and have them play along. But kids adapt really well to technology, so hopefully once they watch a few of the videos, they could sit down a little bit by themselves and do some. But I'm sure the first couple times you're going to have to sit down with them. But this will get you more involved, and you'll learn a little bit more about what they're doing and where their hand is supposed to be and how their hand is supposed to be. So I think it will be a good thing, and we've got plenty of time to practice, so we should see our progress soar. Because I know a lot of people would come, oh, I didn't really practice, I didn't practice. And just like anything, the more you practice, the better you're going to be, right? So anyway, I want the kids to hold up their hand. I'm going to hold up the opposite. I'm going to hold up this hand. Hopefully it looks like your left hand when you're at home, okay? So kids, hold up your left hand and let's count our fingers. This is finger number 1, finger number 2, and finger number, okay, count them with me. You point to your fingers and say the numbers. 1, 2, 3. We're using finger 1, which is what letter? C, that's right. And finger number 3, what letter was that one? If you said A, you were right. Okay, so we're gonna go back and look at our book. Well, actually, we'll say the letters first, okay? I'll hold it back here and hopefully you'll see it so we can see the whole thing. All right, I'm going to point to the letters and we're going to say them together to make sure you know the correct letters before you try to play it on the piano. We only have 2 choices, C and A, right? And you can tell your moms and dads which one has the special line. Tell mommy and daddy. Yes, the C has the special line, right? So the C has the special line and the other one is the A. Okay, so we're going to look at it. And the first note we see is the letter A, right? Okay, so let's say it together, all point. Ready? Say it. A, C, A, C, A, C, C, A. What is this thing? Can you tell Mommy and Daddy what this thing is at the end with the dots? Do you remember? Because it's been maybe 2 weeks since I've seen you. It is a, did you tell them? It's a repeat sign. That means do it again. We always say do it again. So let's say the letters again. Ready? 1, 2, say it with me. A, C, A, C, A, C, C, A. Okay, good job, good job. I bet you did it perfect. So now what we're gonna do is you're gonna look at your book, okay? So we're gonna put our book up there and we're gonna take our left hand, 2 black keys, and find the white key on the bottom, just like the picture in the book, Mom and Dads. Now, your hand should not be like this. I tell them that's popping their bubble. It's like you have a little tennis ball under there, okay? We don't wanna be lazy and go like this. We also curve our fingers. You don't play flat like this. Some of the kids don't have a lot of control over their fingers and they look like this. But really, I tell them it's like a little spider and it just goes like this. So you can walk around the house sometimes just practicing, or parents, you can ask them, let me see your spider. And they can go like this, okay? So they get used to, this is how your hand is gonna be. If you have your 2 black keys and your thumb on C, parents, it says in the beginning of the book, the first number underneath the first note, we know it's an A, and it also has a 3 underneath it, and that's a clue. Hey, we start with finger 3. All right? So let's give it a try. And kids, you look at your book and you try to play with me, okay? Everybody got your hand ready? 1, 2, play with me. A, C, A, C, A, A, C, C, A. Do it again now. A, C, A, C, A, C, C, A. Good job. Okay, now we're gonna also get into some counting and things like that. I don't wanna make the videos too long for the little ones because I want them to watch this a couple times a week and practice with me, okay? So we're gonna do it one more time. And this time, let's see if you remember this. Some of you may know this and some may not. There's a letter F right there, okay? That means forte. Does forte mean loud or soft? Right, it means loud. So we're gonna play this song very loudly, okay? Are you ready? So that means press harder. If you have a keyboard, it just has a volume control. If you have a touch-sensitive keyboard or an acoustic piano, you can play loud and soft. If you press soft, see, I can't hear it as much. If you press loud, yes. So we're gonna go loud. And I'm gonna sing the words this time and you try to play along with me, okay? 1, 2, ready, play. Skipping, skipping.